Yo, welcome back to another edition of the Cruising Podcast. I'm your host, Andrew Cruz. Today is about to be Thursday, September 15th, which is probably an episode you'll probably see come out on Thursday, before Thursday night football, week two of the NFL season. Yes, this is the latest. Andrew Cruz has done a prediction. Um, my bad. My bad. All right, so with that, where you can find the Cruiser Podcast is on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Patreon, YouTube, and anywhere else you can find your podcast needs. You can find the Cruising Podcast. Also, you can find latest updates of the show is on Instagram at Cruising Podcast, also on Twitter at Nicetown Finest. Yeah, I just want to say this, and it's gonna sound crazy, y'all. It might even make me sound like a pussy. I don't give a fuck. It's gonna make me sound like a pussy or not. I don't give a shit. 2 weeks ago, Wednesday, my back decided to tighten up and as I'm working and completely just fuck over everything. Um Now my body has been through hell and back, literally. Messed up shoulders and all the rest is fucking craziness. I think I fucked my like I definitely did something to my knee at one point in life. I think it was like a not a torn, but it's definitely a sprained MCL or piece one of those CLs at one point in life. It hurt like shit to walk and I worked through it. I don't know how it healed. But it healed. That's all I can really tell you. It healed. Either that or I don't have a ligament there. Who knows? But this injury, but it didn't linger. This one though, like it's going on 2 weeks. Actually, yeah, 2 weeks to the day. Um, this is lingering. Like I've never had an injury in my life. Just even when I sprained both my ankles at the same time around this timetable is when one of them, a week went by and my right one was more healthier than the left. Um, Interesting story on that one. That was the highest I ever jumped in my life. Yeah. But to stay on the story, stay on track. Yeah, man. I like my back has like it's still tightening up. It still feel like I'm pinching my nerve. It feels like my nerve is getting pinched. It feels like my lower back is just fucked right now. And I'm just sitting here, I'm just like, this ain't good. This is not good, not one bit, not one bit. And I'm just don't know what else to do right now. Um it's just I don't know. It hurts very much. I just I'm dealing with just everything, and yeah, I just I don't know. It's just this is the worst lingering I've ever dealt with in my life. Um, I've never had any like problems. I had pinched nerves here and there, but it's just like okay, like you know what I'm saying. It's just like okay, that's just we'll live with it, you know. But it's just it sucks that I have to be out right now and deal with this bullshit. And like really I haven't had any problems. Oh shit, is about to be at my connection is unstable on YouTube. So if it goes out on YouTube, I'm sorry, it's probably not gonna be a video episode this week. I mean this episode. It's just it's a sucky feeling, man. When you feel like you're trying to do everything possible to get your get your shit together and just things derail you. It's a freak injury. That's all it is. I ain't gonna lie to you. It's like one of the freakiest injuries I ever dealt with in my life. Um, I mean, it's just it sucks to deal with all this, man. It's not fun. I sprained my ankles, but I've gone through that. I strained my back now, and it's just like, all right, that's there. But it's just it sucks. It sucks to like just deal with this bullshit. So um I just want to let y'all know, man. It's just I don't know. I'm scared that this is going to be here for a while. It's going to be here for a very it's here to stay apparently. That's how I'm starting to feel, man. It's like I'm not trying to be down and out about it, but it's pissing me off, like in the worst ways possible. And now I'm being told that apparently I'm going at a 90% work rate. Like by the time Friday hits, I'll be at 90% or something like that. And I'm like, I don't feel 90%. I really don't. I don't feel like this is I don't know. I don't know how this is going to be. I don't know how this is going to end up, but I'm just not this ain't good, man. This isn't good. Like I don't know how else to really deal with this. So yeah, that's cool. That is that. It's just I mean, um, I'm just gonna tell people, man, just take care of your bodies. Don't overwork yourself, even if these fuckers are doing dumb shit. Um, don't overwork yourself, man. Shit ain't worth it. I'm a classic example of that. Not getting enough rest and also not being, I mean, just overworking and just shit that what the fuck you think is gonna happen type deal. Um, Man, if you can just rest your body and do whatever you gotta do to take care of yourself, man. This is because motherfuckers ain't gonna do it for you. You gotta do it yourself, apparently. Um, and it's sad. It's sad that I have to say this. It's sad that these crooks are getting away with a lot of shit, but it's just like that. It is what it is. It is what it is. It's just it is what it is, man. Um, but I'm like I said, I'm always gonna tell people, man, take care of yourself. Don't let don't let anybody else try to take care of you. This is your life. Do what you gotta do to make sure that you are healthy, make sure that you are safe, make sure all that shit. I mean, I did literally the safest thing you could do. The safest thing you can do. I still got hurt. Like the safest. The thing that's supposed to take off half the work for you by putting stuff on a dolly and moving it, and I still got fucking hurt. It's crazy, yo. And it's just like like I don't know. I don't know. And it seems like motherfuckers they clearly shit ain't being cared about. So it is what it is. Um so we'll go back to let's do some NFL predictions. No, that's NBA. Nope. Well, fuck it. We're doing NFL. Here we go. So NFL predictions. I'm really just gonna go division by division and just go winners. Then we're going to hopefully get some wild card entries in. Actually, I'm just going to do Super Bowl predictions and whatever who's making the playoffs, who's not. I don't know. We'll see. But the AFC West, we'll start with that. AFC West, I'm saying that the Chiefs come out with it. Chargers look great. They got Khalil Mack. They did upgrade their defense. I'm not gonna lie to you. This injury to Keenan Allen kind of does dispel some of my shit, but at the same time, by previous history, Keenan Allen at least misses like 2 to 3 games per year. So I mean, it's kind of on par for what goes on with him. Next is, I mean, I'll say the Chargers. I mean, I say the Chiefs win it. But I think they get three teams going to the playoffs. I say Las Vegas and Los Angeles Chargers are going to be in the playoffs. I will say that. I think they're going to get three teams going to the playoffs myself. The AFC North is up for grabs right now. The Steelers defense looks phenomenal. Trubisky's been to the dance. He knows how to do the dance. Lamar, former MVP. You still got Burrow, who just coming off of a Super Bowl berth, not Super Bowl championship, but Super Bowl berth. And then you got the Browns, who, depending on where they are 11 games into the season, you have Deshaun Watson, possibly if they survive it. I mean, but I say by a slim margin, and I think that they're going to beat the shit out of each other, sadly. But Cincinnati's going to probably go home with this central title. I mean, Lamar has something to prove this year, and normally when motherfuckers is on a prove it year, they either do very well or do very bad, and he lost a lot of weapons. But he looked good against the Jets, of course. But like I said, I think Burrow finds it. Burrow doesn't give a shit. Jamar Chase clearly doesn't give a shit. And I'm not saying like they don't give a shit about winning. I'm saying the moment's not too big for them. You know what I'm saying? They can be down and out wherever, and they're still going to fight. You know, and there's a 17 game season. Week one does not decide what happens. I still think the Bengals walk away with the central title. What's next? The North? No, I just did the North. The South. The South is weird. Okay. Jacksonville still is a very young team. They're not ready yet. Um, Houston, also a very young team. They're also not ready yet. They're fighting. You know, Lovey Smith has been to the Super Bowl. He's a Super Bowl coach, so let's not forget this. Um, who am I missing? Oh shit! Oh, the Tennessee Titans. All right, so I think it comes down to Tennessee Titans and the Indianapolis Colts. Now I know there was a tie, whatever. Who gives a shit? Fuck it. I think that the better team is the Colts. The better built team is the Colts right now. The two best running backs in the league right now do reside in the AFC South, and that's Derrick Henry and Jonathan Taylor. I think by day's end, the Indianapolis Colts have more weapons and a better defense than the Tennessee Titans. I think that Matt Ryan, it like we've always called him what? Matty Ice, baby. Matty Ice. So Matty Ice is going to kill it. He's going to do what he's supposed to do. He's going to win. That's what he does. Yeah, I understand. Look, that was their first game together. Live bullets coming. That's just how it is. You know, sometimes you win some, sometimes you lose some. And sometimes, you play somebody at their home opener and they step it up a notch. And that I think that at the end of the day, Indianapolis is going to win the AFC South. I wouldn't say easily, but they are going to win it. I don't see anyone beating them. I really don't. Like twice, especially Tennessee Titans. I don't see the Titans beating them. I think they actually might beat the Titans twice this year. All right, so that's no, I forgot the East. Okay, cool. I forgot the East. Everybody's favorite is the Buffalo Bills. I think the Buffalo Bills win the East almost pretty much easily. Especially if Mac Jones misses any time with that back injury. I think that Miami will give a late run for the playoffs. With the new weapons, Tyreek Hill, and you also got Jalen Waddle. You have a pretty good defense. The Jets, of course, are fucking horrendous. There's one more team there. Did I say all the teams? I did say all the teams. Okay, so I mean the Patriots are pretty much this is their down years. They're pretty much the Patriots of the '90s before Drew Bledsoe got there. Um, yeah, I think that Buffalo runs away with this. They beat the shit out of the rest of the division. I mean, they go 6-0 in the division. And Josh Allen is a fucking monster. I mean, Josh Allen has something to prove this year. Like that playoff loss definitely unlocked a different fucking level for that guy. And that's probably my Super Bowl pick. Actually, is the Buffalo Bills. I think they revenge the Chiefs in the championship. That's my opinion. If you have a problem with my opinion, you can eat something soft. You know what I'm saying? You eat something soft. Hopefully it's soft because that means that they are not enjoying it. No, okay. All right, so we go to the NFC. NFC West. The 49ers are young. They got younger. All these people saying that Jimmy G is going to be playing in midseason, you sound very fucking stupid. It's not happening. Jimmy G's not playing. He took a reduced role and a reduced paycheck. You're tripping if you think that Jimmy G is somehow going to play midseason. Nextly, Kyler Murray, we're figuring out very quickly that maybe in his contract they should have kept that he did film study because some of the reads that guy makes is like he's trying to be instinctive, but it's not good. He should not be one of the highest paid quarterbacks in the league. for a fucking reason. Um, the Seattle Seahawks are going to surprise some people, as we saw, because y'all hating on Geno. But if Geno gets out of it, if Geno's out of his own way, which he's gotten to learn under Russell Wilson for the past couple years now. You don't think he something unlocked there? Hopefully, y'all didn't hear that. If you did, I'm sorry. Um, you think that like what y'all think? Like he's going to learn something there. He's going to have that chip on his shoulder because you already counted him out anyway. So he just said, "Fuck it, I'm playing with I'm playing with house money, baby." And I think they surprised a few people. I think San Francisco's fucking overrated. Um, there's one more team there. Did I say all the teams? Arizona, San Francisco, Seattle. Who am I missing? The Rams. Ah, there we go. The Rams are the crown jewels of that fucking division. They're going to win it easily. I mean, easily. It's going to be 6-0. Sorry, I'm just going. They're going to. Who really matches up with the Rams in the West? Be real with me for a second. Who matches up with them in the West? That's 6 wins right there. Matt Stafford is not going to lose them too many games. Sorry to give y'all that. Sorry to give y'all that that harsh truth. Matt Ryan's not going to lose many games. I mean, shit. Matt Stafford's too many fucking Matts. Matt Stafford is not going to lose many games, and Cooper Kupp is still catching like 10 passes, and they know he's coming. Okay, you're welcome. Yeah, whatever. The NFC North is weird because the Green Bay Packers take a step back because you don't have that de facto number one wide receiver. You still have Aaron Rodgers, of course. Aaron Rodgers is one of the greatest quarterbacks of all time. Your defense lost a lot of pieces, and you see it in the Minnesota game. Minnesota, in my opinion, is going to win the Central. Chicago is going to sneak up and beat some people. And Detroit is also going to sneak up and beat some people. They fought against the Eagles. A high-powered offense, high-powered defense, apparently, supposedly. Oh, sorry, my bad. I'm not supposed to talk. My fault. Not saying anything yet. My fault. My bad. My fault. Detroit looks like they look like a team that's ready to surprise some people. They last year they lost a lot of one score games. That's what people don't understand. Like they lost a lot of ones. Like the tipping of the balance, they lost most of the time. But if you're being real about it, they were one score games, and that the talent. I'm sorry. This is where talent comes in. If they have a little bit more talent on the team, they might win some of those games. So, just letting y'all know, Detroit's gonna surprise some people. But yeah, like I said, Minnesota's gonna win. I think Minnesota wins the division. They got better defense. They got way better offense than pretty much everyone else in the whole division. Myself, I'm not saying 6-0, but it's going to be pretty damn close. I'll say 5-1, maybe 5-2 if Detroit or Chicago surprises them. I think they split with Green Bay, and then, like I said, one of those two teams will beat them. Well, of course, because there's only 4 teams. Whatever. Okay, here's a little tricky one. Another tricky one. The AFC South is tricky. I'm saying that because Tampa Bay is really good. We already know they got the weapons on the outside. You got Chris Godwin, you got Mike Evans, but that addition of Julio Jones is scary as fuck because not only are we dealing with dreaded Julio Jones, which if y'all seen dreaded Julio Jones in Atlanta, then we're in trouble. But they also have the running backs to that complement each other well with Fournette and White. We're going to find out a lot more about White. And then you have the GOAT, of course, Tom Brady. But Here's where we have a problem with the Bucks, possibly. Here's where the problem might be. Their defense is stout, by the way. Their defense is fantastic. Their head coach is still running the defense. So they're going to be fine. Here's where the problem lies. So I watched the Cowboy game. I know, I understand. People are like, oh, the Cowboys didn't do great. But they showed something. They showed the kink in their armor. I'm saying kink. I'm not saying the other one. They showed the kink in the Tampa Bay Buccaneers armor. And here's where it is. Tom Brady is getting hit a lot against the Dallas Cowboys have a pretty good defensive line. They have an okay scheme, especially with no, it's not okay. It's actually a very good scheme. My fault. I'm sorry. And a defensive line when when Micah Parsons is on the line, it's pretty much a A minus fucking defensive line. If we're being real, Tom Brady got hit a lot in that game, and he's 45 years old, and we're playing 17 games in the season. TB12 or not, TB12 workout or not, that shit is going to add up very quickly if he's getting hit as much as I saw in the Cowboy game. He's not surviving the season if they don't shore that shit up right away. And I mean right away because the Saints have a very good line who's going to smack them around a little bit. The Atlanta Falcons have shown that they have a pretty good line. They've always had these little sneaky good fucking defensive line for some reason. There's one more team. Fuck, yo. Why do I do this every time? Carolina. Carolina's in the South, right? Yeah. Carolina's in the South. So Carolina's also have one of those sneaky good defensive lines and pressures that will get to the quarterback a lot. And to face that 6 times in the season, Tom Brady ain't making it through the season, Jack. He's at least missing 1 or 2 games because he's going to get his brain. The way he was getting hit by the Cowboys off defensive line, he was getting fucked up pretty bad. So I'm saying keep an eye out, especially in the Saints game, because their defensive line is very stout, and their defense is actually pretty good. There's always been. I'll keep being reminded. And I understand this. We got to get reminded. They have been a top 5 defense in the past like 10 years, maybe even 5 years. They've been a top 5 defense. They've been a pretty good fucking defense, especially in the line and in the back end, because they've always had, they had a shutdown corner, but maybe not shut. Well, yeah, he's shut down. Um, and they have some pretty good fucking pass rushers. So when I say this with all my heart, I think the Saints walk away with the fucking South. I know I've made these declarations before with the Saints. I've done it, but it's not a Super Bowl pick. Okay, this is not a Super Bowl pick. All I'm saying is I think the Saints walk away with the South, and here's why. Jameis Winston has upgraded himself into a very, very, very good quarterback. Actually, bump that. He's been a very, very, very good quarterback. And y'all are fucking wilding. I know people are like, oh, well, he's goofy. He's this. Jameis Winston tested higher. And this is draft combine shit. Jameis Winston tested higher on the chalkboards or whatever boards they use, higher than fucking Peyton Manning and like other good quarterbacks, great quarterbacks actually. I think it's like Peyton Manning, Tom Brady, and all that. Like he's the highest they said testing from that type of. That means that he sees the plays, that he can see pressures coming this way. Now, did he have a season where he threw 30 interceptions and 30 touchdowns? Yes. He also threw for 5,000 yards. Yes. Did he have Mike Evans and fucking Chris Godwin on the team? Yes. Did he have an Antonio Brown? No. So I mean, or Grunk? No. Oh, my bad. Okay, my bad. I went a little too far. Okay, but here's where it's crazy. Here's where you're not thinking about it. Before he got injured, the Saints were 5-2. They beat they beat a 15 and what were they 15-1 or 15-2? Somebody was going to tell me 14-2, wherever. They beat the number one NFC team last year. Now, Winston only threw for I think like 100 yards in the game, but when time comes, he put 5 touchdowns up. Winston, hey, I don't care how many yards you get. It's how you end the drive, right? He ends the drive in the fucking end zone. They just came back against the Atlanta Falcons. Winston, they showed his numbers. He was 10 of 18 for like 50 something yards. And then he was like, I forgot the rest of the numbers, but it was like 200 something yards and 2 touchdowns. But on the other stat line where it said INT, both of those said 0. And I know Winston gets fucked up a lot. And I know a lot of you, he has these press conferences where he says some weird shit, or he says he's a goofy guy. That's all he is. He's just really goofy. That's all it is. He's a goofy guy. He's still, it's just in him. That's his personality. That's just what we're going to live with. The Saints fans. I know Saints fans are sitting here looking and just like, man, I don't know, man. I don't think Winston's going. I know I'm staying very long on the AFC South because I'm trying to sell you motherfuckers on Jameis Winston. I've been a fan of Jameis Winston since watching the Elite 12, Elite 11. I'm sorry, Elite 11. And like it was like the final day or something, and they were saying, yo, we don't know who number 1 or number 2 is, because they were like, it was really just an argument between who the best 2 quarterbacks in the nation was. And Winston was like it was Jameis Winston who everybody was saying was the number 1, but when he went to the Elite 11, I think he had like a little bit of a stumble, and they were like, yeah, he's going to be the number 2, blah, blah, he's number 2 guy in the nation. Like, fuck that. The last day, Jameis Winston went the fuck off. Jameis Winston in the draft combine. I know he stole crab legs and all the rest of that dumb shit in Florida State. But guess what? They won a national championship with him as a freshman quarterback. Combine. Jameis Winston is the number 1 pick. We all know he's going to be the number 1 pick. He solidified that shit at the combine. Not just with his throwing ability, not just with all that other shit. He got everybody going. Like, he was the one, yeah, let's go. Blah, blah, blah. Like, he was the one hyping everybody the fuck up. First day of rookie, I think it was first day of training camp, they said. It was first day of training camp as a rookie. Jameis Winston was the first one off of the bus, high-fiving everybody on the way to fucking practice. Yes, I'm a Jameis Winston stan. Just putting it out there. Yes, that's who I am. I know he's made some mistakes in his life. I know there's been some weird shit that happened with him, especially the Uber driver thing. I don't know what happened on that one. We've gone past it, but okay. I don't know if we've gone past it. It's kind of fucking weird. Actually, hold on. Let me retract that a little bit. I don't know what happened. Whatever. Not whatever, but we'll continue on with the fucking story. Jameis Winston has shown leadership abilities. Jameis Winston also had a 5,000-yard season. He's had a 30 touchdown season, and yes, he had a 30 interception season. He has shown leadership qualities in his career all through. He's left breadcrumbs of leadership quality. He was a number 2 as a number 1 pick in the draft. He decided to go. He decided to go to the New Orleans Saints, where they already had Drew Brees and Sean Payton, by the way. They had those 2, and he's been learning under them for the past 2 years. Drew Brees, by the end of his career, we all know, by the end of Drew Brees' career, he probably couldn't get the ball down the field. Jameis Winston can push the fuck out that ball down the field. And you just put Chris Olave. You got Chris Olave. You got Michael Thomas, who's back and playing better than ever, who had the 2 touchdowns. And you have Alvin Kamara and Mark Ingram in the backfield again. This is a dangerous ass fucking team. This is a very dangerous team. And that defense is going to hold up. I'm just saying. I know I just made an argument for 5 minutes about Jameis Winston. Now, hopefully he doesn't fuck me in this. That would really suck because I just made a big, I just made it. But I think the Saints win the AFC South. It's not going to come down to the last weekend. I think the Saints win the AFC South for sure. I'm just saying that. The Saints win the AFC South. Period in the story. All right, I said the West, North. Okay, so now we're at the East. Here's what I'm going to say about the East. The East is dangerous again. I'm sorry, y'all might think I'm crazy, but listen. Brian Daboll he's an underrated coach right now. He's got them boys flying towards the ball. He's willing to argue with his quarterback. Saquon looks like Saquon again. Now, once again, I'm just going to let everybody know, Saquon's like 25. Now, in running back years, yes, that's 40 years old. But his knees are good. Think about this. He hasn't been really playing for 2 years. He hasn't taken any punishment for 2 years. Woo! That's scary. And if Daniel Jones is on his shit, if Daniel Jones isn't fumbling, is he not making those mental mistakes? Daniel Jones is a dangerous quarterback. Now, will Golladay play a whole season? Fuck no. When has Kenny Golladay played a whole season? Now, will Sterling Shepard play a whole season? Who knows? That bull Kadarius Toney is scary. That kid is fast as shit. And that defense is going to be a very underrated defense. Now, am I saying they're going to win the East? Fuck no. But they're going to be a very dangerous out. They're a dangerous out. Washington finally has a quarterback. Yes, I said the shit. Y'all know how I feel about Wentz. If Wentz can get the ball to his dangerous ass wide receivers, and I'm telling you, Jahan fucking Dotson is winning Rookie of the Year this year. He's winning Offensive Rookie of the Year this year. By the way, just putting it out there. And then you also have Terry McLaurin. And then Antonio Gibson is a very good pass catcher out of the backfield. And Carson Wentz doesn't have the expectation of carrying his team to the fucking playoffs. Guess what? He didn't have it when the Eagles won the Super Bowl. Woo! If Wentz is on his shit, which it looks like he is. Now, he threw a couple dumb fucking interceptions. Now, you're going to have to live with that, Commanders fans. Did I say Redskins? If I said Redskins or the football team, my fault. I meant to say the Commanders. I said Washington. I said Redskins? If I said Redskins, my fault. Washington Commanders are dangerous out. And I mean even more dangerous than the Giants. Now, against a better team, Wentz makes those mistakes, the game is over. They're not winning that game. They're getting blown the fuck out, actually. They're definitely getting dog washed. Just put it out there. Like the Cowboys and the Eagles, you make those mistakes. He knows this. You make these mistakes against those teams, you're fucked. Because they're going to figure out a way to get a touchdown. They're going to figure it out. The Eagles got, Jalen Hurts and, Miles Sanders, all these other guys that can run it in. Or you also have a big target in A.J. Brown. Dallas will find a way because they have Zeke Elliott back there and a very decent offensive line. Like, let's not, even though Tyron Smith is injured, still a pretty dangerous line. He can't make those mistakes or they're fucked. But they're going to be number 3. I think Dallas still, even with the Dak injury, they're still a pretty dangerous. I was talking to my brother. I was like, they're in the Jimmy G sweepstakes right now. Possibly. We're going to see in this game how ready Cooper Rush really is. Because if he even keeps up with Joe Burrow, all right, cool. Y'all can stave it off for a little bit. Because Dak might be out maybe 4, maybe 5 weeks. It's a broken thumb, right? Or a dislocated thumb, something like that. that's 4 or 5 weeks on his throwing hand too. Shit, that's a longer fucking healing process, especially when you have to throw. That's something that you use all the time. You know, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You gotta go lefty. Okay, but if Cooper Rush can stave off he can keep them afloat, then the Dallas Cowboys are still a dangerous team. I also was saying, like, I'm a fan of CeeDee Lamb. I like CeeDee Lamb. I wanted him out of college. I thought he was the best complimentary that we could have had out of college. Um, that was the weapon. I was like, man, we need to get that boy. CeeDee Lamb's gonna be a fucking problem. But to me, he's not a number one, not a true number one. He needs that person that goes over the top. And now Gallup is out, which is real. That's true. You also got James Washington who's out too. This is where Amari Cooper kind of comes in play, because now you have somebody that's going to get the double teams and doesn't have all of the expectations, that can live with those expectations on their shoulders and run with it. Now, will Amari Cooper have some shit games? Of course. But that means CeeDee Lamb is having a great game. See what I'm saying? Now, the attention is on CeeDee Lamb. And I don't think he's that type of wide receiver. He wears 88. He's taking that responsibility of wearing 88. But I don't know. If they go back to running Zeke a lot and using Pollard as that home run threat, that's their best chance right now. And dumping it off to Dalton Schultz, using Dalton Schultz pretty much as Jason Witten. You see what I'm saying? Like, help. Mike McCarthy is in his own way. I think that if Dallas is going to go back to ball control, running the ball, and holding on for their life, that's what I think is going to happen for these next couple weeks. And then if that doesn't, and like I was told, is Jimmy G really going to be that next dude? Is he going? Is Jimmy G that answer? I don't know. I don't think you need something to keep you afloat. And I'm just like, I don't know, man. I don't know. Dallas, I'm not saying Dallas is dead in the water, but they're pretty fucking close. The Eagles, as long as they stay healthy, are the better prepared roster, or the better prepared right now. To me, they're better assembled team. They're the best assembled team in the East, for sure. Is Jalen Hurts the best quarterback in the East? Time will tell. We're going to see this season. We got to figure out this season. He's dangerous with his feet. And, with A.J. Brown being there as literally a big-ass wide receiver safety blanket, the weapons around him, he, like they say, he has no excuse. I'm like, dog, this is his third fucking year. And of course he doesn't have an excuse. Of course you're going to say he doesn't have an excuse. He's a black quarterback. He doesn't have that same leash as everyone else. He doesn't have that same one. If Lamar Jackson fucked up his first couple years, look what happened last year. They were trying to say he was sorry, but like, if you see Lamar Jackson's record beforehand, y'all saying, oh, this is one of the best quarterbacks of all time, like his record wise. But that's the problem with black quarterbacks, is that they got a shorter lead. They got a shorter window to fuck up. And this is Jalen Hurts' window this year. Sadly, this is what they're going to tell. This is what they're telling him. This is what the media is saying. This is his year. This is the year that, he's supposed to go off. Justin Herbert was the 5th overall pick, and they still haven't been to the playoffs. By the way, he was the 5th overall pick of that year. Didn't get to the playoffs. Who else was a pick? Trey Lance. Wasn't Trey Lance a pick that year? No, he wasn't. Herbert wasn't that either. It was a couple of quarterbacks that haven't made the playoffs. So, you know, I'm nervous to say this, but the Eagles should win the East. They should win the East. I'm not saying easily because, as you saw in the Detroit game, ain't shit gonna come easily because they gotta give us a fucking. They gotta make my blood pressure go high. Damn, it's just crazy. So I'm seeing the Eagles win the East. They're dangerous. They got a better defense. If Hurts plays the way he played against the Detroit Lions, we are in good fucking shape. We're in great shape, actually. By the way, Devontae Smith didn't catch a pass that game. Just putting it out there. That's how crazy the Eagles are this year. Devontae Smith didn't get a catch. So yeah, man, they're dangerous. Super Bowl pick for the NFC. Fuck, man. I don't want to be biased. I'm not being biased, actually. I'm not saying Tampa Bay is going to be that team. And like I said, I wasn't saying New Orleans either. If Green Bay, I'm going to say this. First of all, Odell is not going to Green Bay. I don't think he's ever going to go to Green Bay. I think he goes back to LA or he goes to Dallas. Yep, that's my prediction. I think Odell Beckham goes to Dallas. To tell you the truth, they need a de facto number one when Dak comes back. And by the time Dak comes back, I think that's when Odell should be ready to go. Is when Dak comes back. I think Odell Beckham goes to Dallas Cowboys because they're gonna figure out that they need that number one. Now, will it be too late? Who knows? They're gonna be in the run. They're gonna make it to the wild card. They're gonna be a wild card team. I don't see anybody from the Central being better than them, having a better record than them. I really don't see anybody in the South, except for the top two, I would say. Fuck, man. The NFC is stacked this year, man. Fucking stacked, bro. The Rams spent too much money on their fucking team to be losing. And whatchamacallit's getting cooked like fried fucking chicken, dog. This is hard. This is a hard fucking pick. Because I don't want to be biased. And everybody will be like, well, you're an Eagles fan. But if you go back to my previous years, I've picked the Saints way too many fucking times. As an Eagles fan, I would say yes. Eagles get to the Super Bowl and they beat the ever-living shit out of Buffalo. I think LA makes it through. I think LA figures it out. They're too talented. I think that here's the thing. I think Buffalo is far beyond the best team in the league right now. They are. They have the best weapons. I wouldn't say the best defense, but that defense can hold up with a high scoring offense. They hold you one time is over. Pretty much. That's what it looks like with Josh Allen early in this year. He looks like we hold up one or two times, this game's over. The rematch between them and LA Rams, I don't see the same outcome, like the same ass whooping that they gave on that Thursday night, because he's literally had 200 and something days to prepare. This time he probably only had 13, 14 days to prepare. And they're not going to do the same shit they did before. I think that Buffalo walks away with it though. They finally get one. They finally get it. All the 4 losses in a row, all that shit. I think Buffalo gets it. I truly do. I'm like at a point where I'm like, yeah, I think Buffalo walks away with this one. I think I got this one. I think so, man. But if I'm being a fan, the Eagles beat the ever fuck out of everyone, and they get to the Super Bowl, and then they see the Buffalo Bills, and they fucking run ruckshot through their bitch asses for fucking number 2 Super Bowl, where I want to cry at, and I'm gonna go to Philly and fucking destroy. No, I'm joking. And then I'm gonna go to Philly and fucking cry my eyeballs out. And then after that, I'm gonna be fucking sitting there, wipe my tears off because the Phillies have already just won the World Series, so we're good. And then after that, the Sixers win the fucking finals with James Harden and motherfucking Embiid. Okay, my bad. Sorry, my bad. Went a little too far. My fault. Went NBA on y'all. My fault. NBA and baseball. My fault. Sorry. Bills win the Super Bowl. By 2 touchdowns at least, though. So with that, I would like to say, that's that Tom, that my yeah, Tom would be happy to hear that. But I'm gonna end it here. I was gonna do an anime review. There is an anime I do definitely want to talk about, but we'll talk about that tomorrow. We'll do that tomorrow. I wanted to keep this for Super Bowl and shit. That was my shit. Okay, NFL predictions and all the rest of that cool shit. So with that, I would like to say, I love you guys. I hope everyone being safe out there. Take care of yourself. Motherfuckers ain't gonna do it for you. No, motherfuckers ain't gonna look out for you. So you gotta look out for yourself sometimes. Know who to trust. So with that, I would like to say, love you guys. Don't do anything I wouldn't do. And I'll catch you guys tomorrow with an anime review, aka it's a video game adaptation anime. So with that, I would like to say I love you guys. Don't do anything I would do. Oh, by the way, where you can find the Cruising Podcast is on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Patreon, YouTube, and anywhere else you can find podcast needs. You can find the Cruising Podcast. Also, you can find latest updates to the show is on Instagram at Cruising Podcast, also on Twitter at Nicetown Fighters. And with that, I'd like to say thank you guys so much. Don't do anything I would do. Catch you guys later. Deuces.